Welcome to Squid Strengths. This is the first one. We're live with player 172 Leon, live from Tokyo. So excited to be here.
Tokyo, Japan. Let's go.
This is the hidden Kickmaster right here. You may have seen him, but you may have not.
Probably haven't.
It's our loss. It's our loss. But we got you in. We got you right here, and we also got his strengths. We're going to talk about the strengths you didn't get to see. We're going to talk about some things we did get to see, all the way up to, well, that game Mingle, where it seems like there's a trend of someone being a martyr in Mingle, but I think your martyrdom's a little different than August. So let's get back to that. But let's start off with the very, very beginning. So, Leon, you are a footballer, you're a dancer. Tell us a bit about more what you like to do, who you are, and how the hell did you get on Squid Game?
So I'm a professional freestyle footballer in Japan, and I became the world champion 4 times. It's kind of like a sport where it's like a mixture of soccer and dance, like football and dance. You do tricks with the music, with the football.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I do for a living.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm on Squid Games is because I wanted to spread the sport, to spread the culture.
Yeah.
Because freestyle football is still like a niche thing. It's still a niche culture.
You're a pioneer, man.
Yeah, I wanted to become like someone that can spread that. I mean, I'm still working on it. Like even after Squid Games, I want to keep working on it forever. But that Squid Games was like one thing I wanted to do for sure to spread the sport. And I'm glad I was on the show. I applied for season 1 because I randomly found the casting for season 1 somewhere on social media or something, and then I didn't get it. I didn't get a reply, and I was like, oh well, like kind of expected that.
I mean, there were like 80,000 people.
Yeah. And then I watched season 1, and then at the very end, they said casting for season 2. I was like,
hell yeah.
Let me give it another shot.
You know, when we entered the dorms, I could say I was shocked to see very few Asians for an Asian show. Come on, Squid Game, the challenge. We gotta have more representation, especially for an Asian
show. For
show.
sure. Yeah, that's exactly what I said when I applied, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, yo, I'm from Japan. I'm from Asia. Get me on the show.
Well, you did get on the show.
Luckily.
You did get on the show.
I was like one of the two people that lived in Asia back then. Oh, now you live in Asia.
I live in Asia, but I'm still American.
So
you can't tell.
I'm glad I was able to represent Asia on the show.
Well, I think you did your best to represent. I think the first moment I saw you, and of course, like I'm looking out for my fellow Asians here, is you got a great spot in your X room.
Right.
You literally right in the front. So right as they're about to give the result, 2 seconds versus 12.
I was like, what?
12.
Wait, what was that? It was more than 12.
Allegedly, we only lost by 10 seconds. Allegedly. Damn. Nonetheless, if you would like to learn more about the fate of O, go check back those episodes a few episodes ago. But in the meantime, or right here, I think it's gonna be here. Okay, so there if you're on YouTube. Okay, anyways, so you got that spot literally right in front of the camera. So first of all, was that on purpose? Or you just so happened to see that?
That was so unintentional. Like
you're like there. I'm like, dude, that guy wants screen time immediately, like front and center, waiting for the result.
Literally. Like I just randomly walked into the room. And then I just wanted to be like on the side somewhere of the room because I didn't want to like stand out and shit. I didn't want to get involved in all the chaos. I mean, a lot of people are saying the O's were chaotic, but the X's were chaotic as well. I mean, of course, everyone would be chaotic in that situation. And then we randomly see the screen of O's, and then I look up, and then I see a camera right there. I'm like, holy shit! Like, I'm probably at the very front right now, and I'm like.
Well, and your scroom is tiny. I actually have a little bit of a theory. I think they saw which team was more vivacious, and the team that was going, I told you, we had the personality. There were about like 20 people who needed to move from O to X, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think that indicates that, well, the O's were more fun, but we also died. So it's a different story. But in your small room, I mean, that white room must be way smaller than the dorm.
Yeah.
So like that, obviously, if you're going to be right in front and center, well, boom, there you are.
Yeah, like I was surprised. I saw myself, like I was like, oh shit, I'm in the best spot. And then I just decided to stay there
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
It was nice. And I even got on the cover of the Netflix show. You know, like when it shows on like the top 10 or whatever on Netflix.
The man deserves to be on the
Hey.
cover. Look at this.
Yeah, I was on the cover when they were showing like the X's praying to win.
We'll talk a little bit about O's and X's because it always comes up, especially maybe it's a little bit of therapy for me. But, okay, chaotic in your room. Was it chaotic in your room only before the count started? Or was it chaotic in your room during the count at any moment?
That was like, it was all before. It was chaotic before. Once the count started, everyone was super quiet.
Yeah, that's not the case for us.
Dead quiet. How the hell? Like, that's crazy. Like, it's.
Well, you see it. Jacket stands up. Jacket says something to the effect of, well, that was our agreement. Like, they have a check. Might be the case. But these other 200 people don't know that.
Right, yeah.
They're not part of that conversation.
They did not know that.
You didn't communicate that. At least what it shows in the edit, you tell me, is it seems like your team actually communicated the strategy. There's one musician who's counting. The rest of them are like keeping a beat.
Yeah.
And then I think number 10 was the person that was going to be like now. And then that's when the button was pressed. I.e., they had a strategy that was communicated, agreed upon, and everybody else shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Or in other words, I say they became NPCs, non-playable characters.
Yeah, we were NPCs for sure. Like, I don't know. It was chaotic, but it ended up like, well, because we all fight, like at the very end we stuck to the plan and we didn't want to die, so we were just like, you know what, like our faith is on their hands, but we just have to let them do it.
You know, when you're in a team environment, you know, you work in a corporate setting. You know, I've worked, for better or worse, I've worked in multiple corporate settings. I've worked at Deloitte. I most recently worked at LinkedIn for 5 years. And look, you are depending on teams you will never meet.
Right.
And then your direct team, hey, they can can you at any time. Well, that's what happened to me. Here's the thing. You are always dependent on other people and their performance, regardless. So your individual performance may not be everything. I think that's actually a great lesson from Squid Game.
Right.
This game, as much as people say, oh, I didn't have agency, you did have agency to choose X or O.
Right.
And yes, why did I choose that? And most people chose, I mean, you tell me first, why did you choose X?
So I was actually trying to go to O.
Yeah, we were fine.
Yeah, I was gonna be part of the fun team. Well, of course, all my besties are in X, so yeah, I can't say
That's
that.
exactly the reason why we stayed with O's. And also, my group, they were all like, we literally were in that little, like that bridge area at the top of the dorms, overlooking on the O side.
Right,
so we just naturally were in the O side.
Right.
So yeah, what's going to happen is you're going to gravitate towards the people, you build relationships. As we said earlier, we were in the dorms not for 10 minutes. We were in the dorms for like 4 or 5 hours. That's enough time to build enough rapport and to feel out who you want to be around. And
we even had lunch there.
we did have lunch. They gave us the little tins. I did have one of those tins.
Yeah.
So, and then we had time to talk through all these things. So, okay. So, makes sense.
So,
you chose the
I
right
just followed
side.
all my besties, all my friends, because they all chose X.
And good for you.
Thank you. Thanks, my friends. Thanks, my alliance.
So, you're front and center. You all look good. You go back into the dorms. And, well, briefly, let's talk about what happened immediately after that. Now, we obviously see that our twin was still standing in the front. And what you don't see, it looks like on the edit, is that they announced something, right?
Right.
That shit was not announced. We were all dead. He was just standing there, kind of like, woo! And then he was whisked away. And then everybody else was crying, and we all leave, you know. So no. There was nothing like openly announced.
Okay.
Immediately, the rumor was that he didn't get squibbed.
Right.
And obviously, we see he shows up.
Wait, so he was called out of the dorm?
Like he left before the rest of us got up from our deaths. Then they instruct us to get up. Because we're all dead. Time we all stood up, he was gone.
That's interesting. Okay.
Okay, he shows up again. 3 people are eliminated. All that stuff.
One of them were my friends.
Really? Tell us
Jackie
more.
was my friend. The girl that was eliminated. The girl that says she's going to do a yacht party.
Okay, so was it really because it's just because of a yacht?
I have no idea though, but I mean that's what they told me. I asked them, and they told me they were just trying to find random people to eliminate that have a bad reason to be on Squid Game. Like
You mean Steven, $6.5 million?
Don't have a good use of it.
I mean, he seems like a great guy and all, but what's his reason to be? To win more millions? Love you, Steven. Please come on Squid Strengths. Tell your side of the story.
Yeah. Steven actually was the one that got my catch. Yeah,
there you go.
He's
I think I would love for him. I would love for everybody. I think at the end of the day has a story where it brings your strengths in. So now we're going to talk about your strengths, and we all know that I'm a Gallup certified strengths coach over the last decade, but I'm also what's called a high five coach. It's actually one of the newer strengths models. I think it's one that is a little simpler to get, has some simpler words. So your top 5 high five strengths are coach, Philomath, which means like you love to learn, commander, believer, and catalyst. So just by those words alone, what do you think?
It kind of might be me, but at the same time, it might be like what I'm aiming for, maybe.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clearly you are a coach because you're definitely coaching in you want to make this sport something bigger. And it's not big in Japan yet. You want to build a presence. That's what a catalyst and a commander would do, right? And arguably a believer, in order for you to say, hey, this is going to be something that's brand new, that, well, you got to be a catalyst and a believer to do that. So just with very little information, I would argue a lot of this can make sense.
Yeah, I think so too. For sure.
All right, so now let's use that in the context of what we're talking about here, which is Squid Game and what we observe, at least in the show. So immediately, you see the 6-legged race. Tell me a bit about your experience there, especially being the Kickmaster here.
Yeah, they should have shown my jeggy because I was the fastest one for sure. Anyways, so we got into the room and then we were split into half. On the other side, we had like a bunch of our friends. Like I had like 2 really close friends in the other team, which was sad that we had to go against them because we obviously didn't know we were gonna get split into half until we actually entered the room. But low key, we kind of had a feeling that we were gonna get split before getting into the pentathlon room. We're kind of like, maybe we're gonna get split, and then we walked in and they literally split us, and we're like, oh, we knew it. But yeah, so we got split.
So you knew one of you were gonna be gone.
Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, so I think, I was confident with our team, but. Well, I was with Mark, player 100, who did the ball and cup. Dimitri 125, who did the flying stone. Emily 102, who did the kongi, and Nick 235, who did the cards. And I'm gonna go one by one. Ball and cup. Mark was hella bad.
I mean, it did look like he was sweating.
Mark. I'm sorry, Mark, but...
I mean, we love Mark.
Yeah, of course we all love Mark. And he was actually the first person I met at the airport. Hey. So, he was my day one. We were besties. He was struggling really hard with it. And, you know kendama? Kendama is this Japanese toy that's literally ball in the cup but harder. And it's a Japanese toy that I grew up with a lot. So I knew the techniques. I've been telling him, bend your knees, bend your knees. I was screaming at him. I've been shouting at him the entire turn. He took 8 tries, 9 tries maybe. And when Mark finished ball and cup, they were already at kongi. So we were doomed.
Oh.
And when Dimitri did the flying stone, it took him 4 tries, I think.
And you guys have to hop over and get it. Yeah.
And one of the throws, it went so far that it nearly went offset. There's an open door and it nearly went outside of the door.
And you all had to go over there.
Yeah, all the way. So yeah, and when we finished flying stone, they were at the cards. So they're holy, we're
how are you gonna fucking catch up, especially gongi?
Yeah, but Emily was good at gongi. I mean, of course she was shaking, so she must have been better at home when she was training, but she did a good job. And Nick, who did House of Cards, was really good. He wasn't shaking at all. And luckily, I knew the technique for House of Cards. I knew that if you fold the cards, it's easier. So I told, before the games, I whispered to him.
Fold it this way.
Yeah. I told him you should bend the cards.
Just slightly.
And then he did it first try. So we're
So they said you can do whatever you want on the cards as long as they fold it? Because some of these people crumpled them up.
They didn't say anything. And then I didn't even want to risk asking them. They were explaining
ask for forgiveness, not for permission, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So legit. So
life.
Yeah. So that's why, like if I ask them, are we allowed to bend the cards? Obviously, everyone's gonna start bending the cards. So I didn't even risk it. We're not allowed to speak when the camera's not rolling, but I whispered to my friend Nick. I was like, "Hey, bend the cards," and he did it. Got it first try. Luckily, the other team was struggling with the cards, so we got through it. I mean, I cleared Jeggy in like 2 seconds.
The hidden Kickmaster, right?
Yes,
well, in
sir.
that case, you weren't hidden there. We saw you do those kicks.
No, but they didn't show it.
You didn't show the kicks?
They didn't show it.
I swear.
No, they didn't.
What?
They didn't show it.
Okay, clearly, then, never mind. Hidden Kickmaster. They literally hit the guy that's probably the best at kicking a damn thing.
I was gonna do a trick with the Jeggy thing. I was gonna do like around the world, like whoo, but we were
so behind.
We were so behind.
Don't
Yeah,
fuck
I was
with it.
panicking too much.
Yeah.
I just totally forgot about it. I should have done that. Then maybe they would have shown it. But yeah, forget it. We finished.
Or you could have been eliminated because you were trying to be a show off.
Nah, never.
You're like, nah.
Of course I would have landed.
I would have landed that.
But yeah, that's how we finished.
And then so at that point, where was the other team? They were still at cards?
There are cards, yeah. So it was Bob. I think Bob was like one of the oldest participants, maybe. But yeah, he was there. And then, yeah, it was sad watching them go. It was so sad.
Because they're your friends, too.
Yeah. Like when we were leaving the room, they said, "See you in Tokyo." And I'm like, so sad.
And I get to see this guy first.
Yeah. They didn't. Actually, one of them came to one of them came to see me. Yeah, one of the guys that lost in pentathlon came to see.
That's
came to
nice.
visit.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
that was
Okay.
nice.
I mean, everyone better come to see you.
If you come to Tokyo.
All right. Well, if you're with Squiddy.
Yeah, of course. No, just kidding. Anyone. But yeah, that's how pentathlon went. It was fun, but it was like, of course, I was super nervous, especially in Ball and Cup watching Mark.
I mean, I think Mark got one of those edits where, well, let's talk a little bit about that next game. Obviously, Mark got a big part of that
because
game.
we got our pentathlon race was shown because of Mark, so huge thanks to him.
True.
Yeah,
True.
huge thanks to Mark.
Yeah, well, August also said that you're besties with Mark, and it's very clear. I think Mark's presence was very important in this show, so
100%.
the season. So, Mark, we got you on next.
Yeah. So
All
I
right.
was surprised when the twins were about to eliminate Mark. Remember? When they heard about the
Star
wedding,
Wars
Star Wars wedding, I was like, oh my god! If they eliminated Mark there, the whole thing would have been so different. It's interesting because I didn't know that. I didn't know that Mark was one of the candidates to get eliminated. So it's interesting, yeah.
Well, that's how reality TV goes. All right. Well, in a way there, obviously, you showed your coach.
Yep.
Clear, you had it within you. You saw your believer, too. I mean, you were all behind there, And even your catalyst, you can argue, like, you got to be very quick to think, what can I do to take action without making it a visible action that could actually ruin my game? And that's what you did there.
Yeah.
So little did you know, your strengths were always in play.
For sure. Yeah.
All right, well, then that third episode, I think, was that the doll episode? But I think before we get to the next game, was there anything that happened behind the scenes or anything that happened in the dorms that you'd want to...
Oh, but I already talked about the softball. I actually did a chore once.
There's so many chores that weren't shown. August mentioned his coin chores and the laundry. So what about you?
I was cleaning the bathroom with like 3 other girls. It was Emily, Jay, and I forgot this other girl's name. I remember she wanted to be a pilot. That's the only thing I remember. But yeah. I was cleaning the bathroom with 3 other girls. We were first talking shit about how dirty the bathrooms were.
Yeah, I did use the toilet that Thanos, you remember that toilet where, that specific one. And I'm like, this was the first day. And I'm like, this is filthy.
Damn.
This is day 1. They didn't even clean it from the last season. Anyways.
But yeah, so after that we were talking about like what we're here for and stuff like that. We were hoping that it would get aired a bit. Yeah. So
what were you there for?
I was there to spread awareness of the sport I do, freestyle football, for sure.
Football.
That's everything for me. That's the one and only reason I was there for.
All right, I'll try it out for like 2 seconds. I'm gonna fail miserably, unless you coach me up.
Yeah.
And then at least I get a couple kicks. If I can get even 3, I'll be happy. Oh, wait, you got your ball there. He's got his ball. Look at this. This is like got a ball. Okay, so is this actually a special ball?
Yeah, it is. It's a little
What-
bit grippy compared to normal football.
Yes, yes.
It's a little, oh, shit.
Woo! Oh, no. Oh!
Woo.
Nice.
A little bit grippy. Yeah, so, and of course, like, the design is a little bit unique.
I mean, it looks like a Squid Game ball.
Oh, shit, yeah, true.
You didn't notice that?
Yo!
You did not notice these colors? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This is the
a
Squid,
Squid
Game
Game
ball. Oh, you better look at the. Okay. Now you have now you have one more branding opportunity. You didn't even realize that. That's the first thing I
Squid
noticed.
Game ball, yeah, I didn't notice that.
Now you are.
But yeah, I didn't have much in the dorms, to be honest. I was like, my strategy was to stay low key, which was why I didn't get screen time. But yeah, I was like staying low key.
So when you say low key, does that mean you only spoke with a couple people? Does it
Yeah,
mean
I'll say-
obviously you're not the person that volunteered for anything?
Yeah, that for sure. I wasn't going to take any risks. Like, definitely not volunteering for anything. Like, for example, the scratcher, I didn't volunteer. I mean, I love eating. There's no way I was going to sacrifice my dinner for that. And the dinner that day was the best dinner. But yeah, so like, I didn't want to take any risks. Talking to people, like, I mean, I was kind of an introvert in there, so didn't talk to too many people. Of course, I did talk to several people. I made a bunch of good friends, so it was good. But yeah, like, I was pretty quiet. I didn't take any risks, like...
Well, let's see how that could have impacted your game a little down the road. But now let's talk about catch. I don't think you've shown too much in catch, but I think more so what you observed during catch. So, for example, when I interviewed Faith, she wasn't, I don't think you even saw her catch, but she definitely talked about that Dalton moment. So why don't you tell me, what was the singular moment during catch that caught your attention? What was that moment for you?
So my favorite moment, actually, like throughout the whole show, was in catch.
Oh.
And this was aired, so like you all know this, but my favorite moment of my entire experience, the coolest thing I saw in the whole show was watching Chris and Viper's catch.
That was
at the very end.
Yeah.
That was like such a hype moment. Because Viper was all the way at the end of the line. Chris was right before him. They're like the coolest guys in the dorm. They did like that long throw, and Viper did like a perfect catch. Chris did a perfect throw. It was like a standing ovation. That was like such a cool moment for me. So yeah, I love Chris. Chris got eliminated with me, by the way, in Mingle, like at the same timing. Viper, I love him so much.
Well, he's definitely getting a second chance.
Yeah,
so
I'm excited to see him in season 3 for sure.
Let's get him on here too.
Let's go. But yeah, so that was one of my favorite. That was definitely my favorite moment throughout the show. It was just fun watching all the other people play. Like my team, most of my friends were on Team Pink. I was on Pink, so it was fun watching my friends succeed. Of course, it was hard watching Mark go because he was like 4 or 5 in front of me. You can actually see me on the trailer looking at Mark like this.
How was that Mark strategy moment when that came up?
What do you mean Mark's strategy? Oh yeah, that thing,
272,
Ryan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can see me laughing when Ryan was talking about the strategy. I was like, what the hell is this guy talking about? And then my friend Dimitri stepped up with his teacher hat on, explaining that was not the right move. And then yeah, so he seemed guilty the whole time. Like even off the cameras, he seemed guilty the whole time. Yeah, I mean,
you kind of sync your social game at
He
that
has
point.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was kind of funny because he got eliminated right after that in catch. But his throw was perfect. His throw was so good, on point, but like terrible catch. Yeah. Karma. Yeah, karma. Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately, also Mark. Yeah.
So dramatic.
Yeah.
It was insane. Yeah. Like, and all my, well, I mean, Mark didn't make it, but the rest of my alliance went through, so I was happy. Yeah. I was kind of nervous because I was around like the middle back or around the middle. So it's like kind of like one of the hardest parts. It's safer to be at the front or the very back. I was like in the middle back.
Why
so
were you in the middle?
So in the pink team, when we had our team discussion, the first thing like Kevin, the first thing he said was, athletes, put your hands up. I'm like, fuck. So I put my hand up. And then all the athletes were put in the middle or like the middle back. So, I mean, but I was telling everyone, I'm good with my legs, but not my hands. So put me like a little bit in the front of the athletes, and then they were nice enough to put me a little bit in the front. But yeah, like Nick threw to me, his throw was perfect. I threw to Steven 1A3, who was third place. And it was kind of close, but he caught the ball, so we were all safe. It was good.
I mean, it was a tennis ball, right?
Yeah.
Well, even a tennis ball, it's not about the ball. It's about the mindset.
It is literally, because it looks really easy. And I mean, I'm an athlete. Of course it'll look easy.
You know how to handle a ball, clearly.
Yeah, but that was one of the most like scary throws, nervous throws that I've ever had in my life. I was shaking so much. It's just all about the environment. When you're in a reality TV show and like there's 4 or 5, 6 million on the line and you can get eliminated. You can even eliminate someone else because of your mistake. It's just everything.
It's a completely different thing. You know that coming in, so you better just have as much fun 100%. With it. So, now you made it through Catch. Yep. I think there was like a doll episode. I don't think you got to see you much, but in between Catch and Mingle, we'll get to the Mingle because he got their Mingle moment. Yeah. Any notable things there?
In the doll moment, I mean, as I was saying, I was trying to like stay low key. I was just like every time the music plays, I was just trying to like hide, avoid eye contact with whoever has the doll.
So the music is like
they play it like once in like 2 or 3 hours.
So just any moment.
Any moment.
And then that's when the doll needs to be transferred.
So we're just like randomly talking. I was talking to Isaiah a lot, I think. We were talking about
tell me a bit about your relationship with Isaiah, because we got a chance to talk to Isaiah.
So I never talked to him before that, but during the doll thing, he's a rapper, so we were talking about music, stuff like that, everything like that. And he was saying that he's down to get the doll anytime. So I was like, oh man, this guy's a real guy. He's in it to take the risk. So I thought he was a really cool guy, and he did take the doll, and he did get the cake, and he did give it to everyone. So
well, that cake moment was very important with the monitor moment.
Oh
but we did talk about his game was all about making sure he didn't make it too much of a presence, but also wanted to take advantage of the moments. So he could have. Obviously, the cake was a lucky thing, but he made sure to give everybody cake.
Yeah,
he told me I would have gotten cake, but maybe the guy gave everybody. So. Still love you, Isaiah. Thank you. But most importantly, you know, it's about the social game, and he seemed to really understand the social game well.
He was doing well for sure. Yeah. And I think he's a really smart guy.
Oh,
he has good strategy,
dude. Yeah, too smart. That's why he got the Survivor blindside.
Yeah.
So anywho, moving right along. Let's go and talk about Mingle, because that's definitely where. Ooh. All right.
Tears.
What? Okay, so. When you're entering Mingle, you have Coach, Catalyst. I would assume you're somebody that would take action for it, but you told me earlier that you actually said, I'm gonna rein that in a little bit. Can you tell me about that very intentional decision as somebody who is naturally Catalyst? What we do see is Trinity begging, no!
Yeah.
So tell us what actually happened.
Okay, so what happened was, I forgot what number it was. But for that specific number...
Well, we're going to see it right now. Here's it.
Trinity, please. Trinity, come on, please. Trinity, please. They need two.
No,
Trinity,
Hey,
Trinity, please. Trinity, please.
Trinity, I'm trying, bro. They need two, bro.
Trinity, please, don't.
Somebody come with me. Just one
Trinity.
more.
No, we're not coming.
Just one more, bro. Literally just one more. Let me do just one more.
I'm so angry. 172 is holding me back.
You just need one more, and she just needs one more.
So for that specific number, our plan was that Kelly goes to the twins group. And then if Kelly leaves, we had a perfect number.
Wait, which twins? There's only one twin left.
Oh yeah. I forgot. So yeah, they're...
The smarter twin. Anyways, go on.
Yeah. So Kelly was going to go to their group. Kelly already talked to that group, and they were locked in with that. So we had our group without Kelly, and it was going to be, both of us were going to be safe.
Yeah.
But then for some reason, we look out the window, and Kelly's in there, like in the main room.
So you can see Trinity. That's when Trinity's like, my friend is out there.
Yeah. And I mean, of course, we're also like, what the hell? Because she's the one that was like in charge of the numbers of our team. She was the one leading our group. So we're like, what the hell?
So she was supposed to be there?
She was supposed to be in the other room. But so she was supposed to be with the twin. But for some reason, she was kicked out. The twin was kicked out. So I think something went...
Maybe because he's stuck with the guy.
Yeah, maybe. So something like messed something up. And then she got kicked out. So that's why we were like, holy shit. And then, but I mean, if I let Trinity go out, who knows? Like, we might have all gotten eliminated. I don't know. I think Kelly was just trying to get Trinity out and maybe like save Trinity, but not us. I don't know. Who knows what would have happened? But I mean, I just thought it was way too risky to let Trinity out of the room. I just locked the door. Like, I just felt like I had to do that because I was like right by the door, and I don't think anyone else would have.
Well, that's the opposite of August's moment, right? August was the first one in the room. He counted all the numbers, but a couple extra people get in the room, which means, well, if somebody doesn't leave, all 5 people outside and 11 people inside are gonna go off. You need 9 people. So he decided first. He literally pushed his way to the front to leave the room, run out, and that's when he became the Mingle martyr. So you did the opposite, which is, I actually need you to stay in. It's for all of us to stay in, including you, Trinity. Yeah. So the way it looks like with probably the show, it looks like you physically held Trinity, but you did not.
I did not. Oh, kind of. I mean, I was holding the door, so I was logging him in. But I mean, I wanted to save him too. I was just like thinking in my head, sorry, Trinity, like the whole time. Like, I mean, that's the only thing I could have done at that moment. And of course, Trinity's gonna be pissed. He DM'd me right after it aired. He said, I'm sorry for everything, blah, blah, blah. I DM'd him right after I got eliminated. We got our phones back. And I think when he was also eliminated and when he had like his phone, I texted him straight away. I was like, Trinity, I'm sorry for what I did in Mingle. And he apologized to me. Same thing. And then even after the show aired, he apologized to me. So like, I mean, we're cool. I totally respect him. I mean, he respects me for the decisions we made. Of course, I feel sorry for Kelly, but I met Kelly after that because I got eliminated right away too. And she was chill with it. I was like, Kelly, I'm so sorry. She's like, no, it's okay. So I was like, she's such a nice
But so because we need to talk about the other side of this moment.
Right.
So the following one, I don't know if you remember the number, but let's see here.
7. Are we 7?
No, we're 8.
Somebody get out. Get out. You hold me in last game. You leave. Hey. You guys, our door is closed. Our door is closed. Just come over here.
All right. So now we see here, and at least as a viewer, I see basically Trinity saying you owe me one.
Right, yeah.
So can you tell us more about that moment where literally the guy you saved became his sacrifice because you saved him? Like he literally put you out to dry.
Yeah, legit. So so first of all, the show doesn't like portray this that much, but we were all messed up. Like we were all like drained.
Psychologically, it went from like dancing to like not the song again.
Yeah, legit. Like literally.
Do you have nightmares hearing that song?
I actually had a nightmare. Like right after, like when I got back to Japan. Like, and I don't usually get nightmares that much, so I was surprised, like how shocked I was. But anyways, yeah. So we were all like tired, like we all wanted to stop playing, but we were like trying to like kind of still figure out plans for each number without Kelly, who was our leader. We're trying to figure it out, and then we got a number 7, and I think 7 was the only number we didn't plan for because we had a group of 8. And then we all just ran into the same room. It was 8. And then Trinity starts shouting at me the moment he finds out it's 8. I mean, of course, which makes sense. And so this wasn't shown in the show, but Nick, one of my besties in our alliance, he whispered to me, "You want to leave?" And then, I mean, I wasn't thinking straight back then. So I was thinking, if we all leave together, maybe we can save ourselves. Like we will have to sacrifice some people in our room, but maybe we can grab some people out there and make another room.
Correct. You had enough time at that point.
Yeah. But the thing that's weird is, what I remember is that I was the first one that left the room, and then Nick followed me, and then Peter came in, and then they locked the room. So it was like 8 minus 2 because we left, and then plus 1, 7, and then they closed the door. But in the show, I would rewatch the show, and then it shows me by the door, holding the door, our door open while Nick's out there. So I could have betrayed Nick. I could have betrayed my bestie Nick. I could have just closed the door. But I to be honest, like I think I was panicking way too much. Yeah. Like my memory's kind of messed up. Back then, I don't remember.
From what I understand, this was the most fucked up psychologically.
It was crazy. But yeah, so it wasn't because I didn't leave because a lot of people are saying Trinity kicked me out. I mean, maybe he kind of did, but The main reason I left was because I was thinking maybe I could have left the room with a few people, like including Nick, and I was thinking maybe some of the people in our alliance would follow us.
Yeah.
But even before they did, I think someone, maybe Karim or Trinity, closed the door so they couldn't leave with us. And we got into another room, but we only had 6. We needed 7. So that's when we realized we were fucked. Yeah, it was rough.
I mean, that means we got Mingle Martyr number 2, I guess, but they didn't show this guy. You know, we got a lot. I mean, we love you, August. They got a lot of August, which we love. But, like, come on.
I saved Trinity.
Yeah,
I saved one of the main characters.
Really? I mean, like, you wouldn't have that moment in the finale. Anyways, obviously, I think your catalyst definitely showed. I mean, you're somebody that, we just say you're pretty quick with decisions, and you're pretty steadfast with that.
Yeah.
So if like all that too, and you're kind of like analyzing these things all at once, maybe at the end it's that believer that believes in something greater, and you effectively chose Nick's game over yours.
Yeah.
That's essentially what I hear.
Yeah.
Not even Trinity. Of course, they're gonna show the spicier edit's gonna show Trinity saying, "You owe me one."
Yeah.
But it seems like in reality,
Yeah.
you could have been selfish.
I could have just closed the door when Nick was out there. But it's interesting because, of course, we're all in there to win $4.56 million, and of course, I was there to win the prize money. But when you're actually there, it's interesting how friendship builds up into something more than money. Like, of course, $4.56 million would be a life changer, but I could have sacrificed one of my best friends for that money, and I didn't. So that was something I found interesting through my experience, because I didn't think I would make like this many friends and close friends throughout the show. Like, I was ready to like betray a bunch of people, like prioritize money more than friendship.
Yeah.
But it ended up being the opposite.
Wow.
So that was interesting. I mean, of course, like if I went into the show again, of course I'll probably go for the money again. But like, it's interesting how like it ended up.
I mean, at the end of the day, and this is something that one of my fellow O's said, you have to be happy with what they showed, no matter what. There are hundreds of cameras in there. You are mic'd up every single moment, and sometimes you forget. Like, you're not conscious. So what you actually have to do is know what your values are. And there are some people that lie about having a kid.
Right.
And to do that intentionally. Now, better or worse, I think most of us, myself included, understood I need to make sure I can defend, or at least know that each moment represents who I am. And there are gonna be tests of character.
Yeah.
And in those moments, you gotta decide what is the important test of character. We see this many times in the show, one way or the other.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's as heartbreaking as, well, the moment with Faith, for example, who was friends with, probably maybe still friends with Steven, but like they were friends in the dorm, but Steven made a very, very tactical decision with Circle of Trust. So all of those things are valid.
Right. Yeah.
And you're making...
Because it's a game at the end of the day.
It's game at the end of the day. In this pace, you have to make a split decision.
Yeah.
And it seems like, hey, at least you might have a nightmare, but it's at least just because of a song.
Yeah.
Not because of your heart. Not because of your conscience. All right, well, we got to wrap up here, but you want anything else you want to share about your time on Squid Game that we didn't get a chance to see? Because dude, you're the kick and hitter. That's it, the kick and hitter, the hidden kicker.
Hidden kicker, yeah.
You're the hidden kicker.
I don't know, I'm just really happy about this experience, because I mean, once in a lifetime for sure. Like, craziest experience I had in my life. Met so many amazing people, and like I'm really happy for all the support I'm getting from like after the show. Like,
did you get people DMing you and reaching out?
Like
That's awesome.
The edits and stuff like that.
Nice.
I'm really happy for all of that.
Yeah, I saw you're a Survivor cast. That's cool. You made it.
Legit, like I'm just so thankful for everything that I gained from this show. I'm really happy that I was a part of it, and it's gonna be in me for the rest of my life.
Well, and it gives us a chance, even afterwards, even though I died in 15 minutes apparently, and you at least got to have, I think you got to have an experience that really not only showed how resilient you have to be, but also how true you can be. But you gotta really know what you want to bring into it first. And it's very, whoa, okay. Hey, actually, at least that's the first time in an hour. They're not bad. So you got to actually come in with some intention of how you bring yourself to the forefront. Yeah. And it seemed like you were balancing some of the aspects of the game and your personality and your character and your strengths.
I think
all these things together. And sometimes you actually knew, and I think one thing that, based on what you shared, and I call this strengths awareness and also strengths management, where you know, in order for you to manage it well, you also have to know when to bring something down. For example, your commander. You had that commander in Mingle and you brought that down. And it might have, to some point, brought it down too much, where you effectively may not be to the degree that August's decision was, I think, many levels, but at least on a singular decision, you effectively decided, you know what, I'm not going to betray Nick, and then we're going to figure it out from there. Because at least in that moment, you can still figure it out. August said it's either I leave within the next 5 seconds, or somebody leaves, or we're all gone. Different situation.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So you're a good man.
Thank you.
Well, the hidden kicker right here. Well, where else can we find you? Anything else that you want to share?
My life is all about freestyle football. It would be great if you guys check out my Instagram, because I post a lot of freestyle football content there as well.
Well, Leon, thank you so much for coming on Squid Strengths. You know,
Thanks so
your Squid game, as much as they didn't get to show your game, I know, I watch out for my fellow Asians. We don't have enough of them, so
100%.
At least find those Asian Americans and Asian Europeans. Come on, Studio Lambert, you can do it.
Legit, please.
But in the meantime, you know, thank you for representing. You were literally front and center for game one. And that last game, you represented well. Thank you for coming on to Squid Strengths.
Thanks so much. It's an honor.
All right, and that's a cut.
Wow, the hidden kicker. I want to take a moment to unpack what we just heard, because Leon gave us a masterclass in what I call strengths management. If you look at his profile, Leon is a commander and a catalyst. Biologically, psychologically, he is wired to take charge, to start things, to be the first one through the door. But in Squid Game, being the first one through the door usually means you're the first one to get shot. So, what did Leon do? He didn't just play quiet, he actively managed the volume of his dominant strengths. He turned the commander dial down to a 2, and he turned the Philomath, his love of learning/observation, up to a 10. That is emotional intelligence in action. But here is the coaching takeaway for you listening right now. Every strength has a shadow side. In that final Mingle game, we saw the shadow side of the believer. The believer's strength is driven by core values, loyalty, and altruism. When the pressure spiked, Leon didn't choose the tactical move, leaving the room to save himself. He chose the moral move, staying to support his friend Nick and locking the door to protect the group. In the context of the game, it got him eliminated. But in the context of life, it proved exactly who he is. As he said in the interview, sometimes you have to decide if you're playing for the prize money or playing for your conscience. Leon walked out with his conscience intact. And hey, just because the cameras missed it doesn't mean the talent isn't there. Leon is a world-class freestyle footballer. So go follow him on Instagram, check out his moves, and show some love to the hidden kicker who played a cleaner game than the edit ever showed us. Now, we talked a lot about alliances today. We talked about the threads connecting Leon, August, and others from the X's. But there is one name that kept coming up. He almost got a second chance to return, and he won the hearts of millions just because he was authentically him. On our next episode, we are sitting down with player 100, Mark. We are going to talk about the stress of the ball-in cup game, surviving the near-death experience of the first round, and of course, that fateful catch game. You do not want to miss it. Until then, keep your eyes open, keep your values close, and remember, lead and grow strengths first. We'll see you next time.